hardback, like full Lafroid, Grinnen.
So this is number 1 warehouse.
Invite you guys for a dram.
Cheers. Sláinte. Cheers.
Number 7. Lots of shelf space, storage. I like that.
Good, good.
Books on the wall. Already on the wall. This is like super posh.
Proper toilet.
A nice like black toilet. Nice.
Get there, and there is a bit of wind, a bit southerly, southwesterly almost. So we'll see. We might get some sails up tomorrow. We've got our time. The plan is to leave here about 9 o'clock. We will be getting some fuel tomorrow morning. There will be a tanker truck.
That's to make an instructional video for their guests that you were renting.
Hello, this is Aris from Certified Fly
Muziek.
Ik denk dat het gewoon er zit gewoon een secret weapon in. Hij gaat gewoon over de boom.
The other ones just have a blend.
Serious. The other ones are just blends. Well, just normal water ration. Good. Any serious questions though? No? Alright. Hey, when we are on the way, it's not mandatory to wear life jackets or anything. If you do feel more comfortable wearing a life jacket, that's completely fine, of course. Just let me know. You don't have to wear one of these. We've got some more comfortable ones. So, if you want to gather around, just got the map here. For tomorrow, the plan is to make our way south, leave Tobermory, make our way south, and we will sail past Staffa. We won't be able to land there at the moment because they're doing the works on the island, upgrading the infrastructure. But we'll get quite close to it. It's an island completely made of hexagonal basalt. There's one very famous cave on it, Fingal's Cave, which is a big cave in the basalt blocks. So normally we try to land our passengers on there, but yeah, the island is completely closed off at the moment. So we'll try to get close, get you a good view of it. It's really quite an interesting.
For example, the blocks on the sheets, they can move around over the deck. So keep mind of your head, keep mind of your hands where they are. If you work with lines, be sure that your fingers are never too close to the blocks, to pins. You always make a figure 8, second figure 8. You twist the loop and secure it on the top side of the pin. You have throat. You guys have to peak.
Ja.
It's very important. I will tell you when to slow down or to speed up, because we're going to try to keep the gaff horizontal. And then lock off on the top. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. And one person here to give the down hold up.
Right.
Make sure it doesn't tie up, and then
Yep.
it should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. For the rest, keep in mind the sail will go to the starboard side. The sheets have 2 blocks. They will be swinging around a little bit, so keep mind of your hat.
Ja, nice.
One, two. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. Tony, can you hold it? Yep. Okay, lock it off. Experience, Tony. A little bit crazy for that.
Mika, can you let go of the laser sheet? This one. Yep.
Dat maakt me niet zoveel uit. Okay, well that's it for now. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Spitzberg. Fish on port side.
At least 2. Portboys.
Lock it up. Oh wait, cross. Always cross. Yeah. Goes together with the previous line. And that's friction over this bar instead of only here.
Right. Okay.
You can start on the standing end. So you don't go to the end.
I thought to start with the end.
No, you start with the standing of the. You start with the working end, so
Yeah.
like this. And you just coil everything on top,
Yep.
and then you hang it in its place.
Okay. I made a mess of it already.
Well, you can try again, right? It's
Yes.
a learning process.
It is. It is.
So if you got it lying on the deck like
Yep.
this, what you do is you grab it
Yep.
with the working end to the front of your hand.
Okay.
And just make a loop to get closer.
Yeah.
Grab the working end, pull it through, make it to the correct size.
Oh,
And then
okay.
it goes on
Yes,
both ears.
yeah. Oh, you can't hear the drone anymore.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
First flight from Flying Dutchman.
Ja, natuurlijk. Als je nou klopt. Hartleers. Oh my god, look.
You were literally backpack on, ready to get to that distillery.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds very nerdy, but I like it.
Make sure you leave some for the rest of us.
Yeah, this is Tobermory Distillery. Very good one.
Yeah?
Unpeated whiskey they make at the one hand, but at the other hand they also have Lecheik, which is peated whiskey. Well known among enthusiasts, and Tobermory unpeated whiskey is less well known, but I think personally even better.
Do you think we'll get to
Then
taste
peated.
both of them today?
Absolutely.
Let's find out.
I'll
if I
make
like
sure
it.
of that. I think Tobermory is more or less like a hidden treasure,
Yeah.
I was supposed to say. So,
In terms of
Hidden-
whiskey.
in terms of whiskey,
treasure.
yeah.
So, we're about to start making what we make here at Tobermory Distillery, which is, of course...
Whiskey.
Ah, you fell for it. No, spirit. Spirit. I love telling people we don't make whiskey. 30 kilograms of dried brewer's yeast, pitched in, that's the special term, pitched in to the first 1,000 yeast of coming. And that, so 30 degrees is enough to give that yeast a bit of a kickstart. We then drop the temperature of what else is coming in, usually to around about 19 degrees. Pow, pow, way! These are quite long stuff. They've got very long necks. And they've got a very odd shaped nice line. It is 46.3% alcohol. Why such a random number? Well, if it was anything below 46.1% alcohol, it would have to be chill filtered. Most distilleries, frankly, put their whiskey out at say 42, 43%. It's got to be above 40 or above. But to ensure that you don't get flocculation in your bottle of whiskey, they will chill filter. They'll take out, they'll remove those oils and proteins. Now we like our oils and proteins. We work for our oils and proteins. So we go above 46.1. You are getting more alcohol for your money there. So we're kind of doing it as a favour to you. Malting was labour intensive.
Yeah.
It also created that interesting industrial injury called the monkey shoulder. At that point you've got to dry the newly germinated barley, otherwise you just get lots and lots of barley plants, and that's you've got nowhere. I hate to break it to you, Scotland isn't famous for drying things. We had to create heat to dry it, and the only thing we had to burn that was freely available, and this went for the whole of the Highlands, was peat. So you would burn peat, dried up bits of boggy moorland, to create the heat to dry the barley, and when you did that, you naturally smokes the barley. In years gone by, we did get our barley malted for us for the peated whiskey at Port Ellen on Islay. And then it was an Islay peat, and it was a much peatier whiskey. I think in the 25 years or so that we have been making the modern form of Ledaig, bringing the peatiness down and going for a softer Highland peat, away from that quite acidic Islay peat, I think we have crafted a spectacularly good whiskey.
Yeah, you have.
That even people who think peat's there, they're like,
Did you enjoy the tour?
It was a nice tour, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't really like whiskey, so.
Oh, that's so sad.
I'm all to Naples to these other fanatics, I
You
think.
could also bless the casks.
That one you can get over here. Patience.
I enjoyed that more.
I didn't try the Ledaig, I think the border, and I just like it.
oh right, so
As it was.
Yeah.
But the rules are
Most likely true. Yeah.
Makes it slightly resistant. Yeah, that's what they all got, Angus burgers. Yeah.
Sorry, very good. We end up
No, it's definitely a Mickey whale.
Goldfish. It was a goldfish.
There's quite a big swell coming. So for the winter you would really have to enter somewhere on the south, otherwise you're really exposed to the swell. So people who are interested to walk from Binnenhaven, just around the corner, it's about 1.5 miles to the Ardnahoe distillery. So if you're quick, then if you walk to Ardnahoe, you get about 1.5 hours there, make your way back to Binnenhaven, and then you can do the tour up there. The tour is £20, and it includes 2 drams. And then if you want to try a specific dram, you can always go to the visitor center afterwards.
Yeah.
Just order what you want. Would everyone be happy to do that one? Is there anyone who's not interested? All right. I will see if we can get a spot in Port Ellen Harbor. So we will drop you off at Ardbeg. And just along the way from Ardbeg to Port Ellen, you've got 3 distilleries. You've got Ardbeg, Lagavulin, Laphroaig. So if we can, we will tie up in Port Ellen, and you can basically just walk from Ardbeg to the ship, like a pub crawl, but then with whiskey distilleries. And you can join the ship back in Port Ellen.
I've done a cold option on the left hand side, and there's some smoky lime mayonnaise and bowls, and then on the right hand side it's a warmer version with soy, chilli and ginger.
Oh,
So enjoy, and if you could please keep your shells for me because I use it to make stock.
You know you're troublemakers, don't you?
You're one of them.
I'm one of them. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a wolf in sheep clothing. bedankt meneer Taximan. Tom Cruise bedoel ik. Zes. Yes. Excellent. Oké, dan gaan we vol. Ja. Ah, Jeroen. Nou. Ik begrijp wel dat je mijn handje vast wil houden, maar...
Slow down a bit on the peak. You guys can keep going.
It's good?
Yeah,
Fast?
it's good.
Yeah.
So it's international teamwork.
Yeah. International. I should have taken my down jacket off. I'm way too hot.
Come on, guys.
Put under the bed. If you pull down, I pull in this way. Oh, watch your hands, Duke.
Yes.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Come on. One more time. Come on. Last bit. 1, 2.
Nice.
I will have muscle pain all over the place.
That's the fun of sailing.
Jesus, yes.
Duidelijk.
Oh, the sun is hitting so nicely. On through the...
So just move up a little bit. So if you want to sit with the rest of us,
I don't want to be like the only person sitting at this table.
Ja, als je zelf naar 50 dagen. Oh ja.
Everyone doesn't.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. Ja, draai het af. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very. Yeah.
Jura gets its name, it's an old Norwegian name. So you might have known the Lord of the Isles, the Norwegian king, the Norwegian Sea Kingdom. It was all the islands you could sail around. So everywhere where you could take a ship around was part of the Norwegian Sea Kingdom. A lot of names here, quite a lot of folklore has this Nordic influence. Jura is one of them. Jura, it's translated as Deer Island, which is still very much up to date. So there's about 5,500 deer on the island. So it's basically, if you go ashore, you throw a rock, you will probably hit a deer. There's a couple of them standing right in front of the ship actually. But if you take your binoculars and you start scanning the hills, you really will start seeing them. It's the Oloroso Casquat. It's a special edition of them. Can I invite you guys for a dram? Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite decent drams, eh?
Oh, we zitten hier.
You guys want to pass this along? Oh, you've got one.
Zeg maar.
Up Glenbetrick, up the path, and then back to Craig House, like a 4-day round trip. There's no paths or anything, it's just a fine road. It's stunning.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers. Slaatje. Cheers.
Maakt allemaal niet uit.
The winning is always soft,
Yeah.
and this one has a little bit more to it.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ja.
Yeah.
It is.
Nice bones.
Very fine Dalwhinnie.
They are. There are several we have.
It's nice just hanging around there for a while, having a look.
Sorry, I just thought we could
Yeah. But then you fry it, right? It's like.
Yeah, you can fry it.
We'll be anchoring at the distillery, and the plan is to do a bit of an early lunch, probably 12 o'clock lunch. Try to get you ashore 12:30 as soon as you're all done with lunch, and then at least for the people who would like to visit Ardenhoe, because you then have the time to walk to Ardenhoe. It's about a 30-40 minute hike. Bit of time at the distillery, come back in time for the 3:30 tour and tasting at Winehaven. Yeah. And we'll stay at Winehaven tonight, because by the time we're done with all of that, the tide is against for us. And the plan tomorrow morning, we'll probably get underway around 7 o'clock, 7:30. Make our way south through the Sound of Islay, get past the Kaolila distillery, go around the corner, and we'll drop you off at Ardbeg. Just over there. Yeah, Ardbeg.
Arms are big, but they look like this. What do you love? Still? I'll just need to see. Yeah, it's going great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Take up a little bit.
No, yeah, take it in.
Wat hij nu tegenover zichzelf gelegen heeft. Ja, hij lag in principe.
That flag looks more like a pirate flag now.
He's a bit older now.
I don't know what kind of soup it is, but it smells delicious.
Tomaten.
Maybe it's the langoustine. Tomato fish.
Thank you.
There you go.
Bottlers, you might have seen old and rare whiskies, old malt cask. There's only about 77 meters like copper coil, like a snake.
Good lights. Doesn't need any water.
That road got put in around the 1960s, but before that road got put in, we used the pier to ship everything in and out every single day, but we stopped using the pier around the 1980s. When our hard shell barley, it's going to come through this section here first, and along here we've got a thin set of rollers. It's very tight. It's going to crush the barley slightly, and then it'll fall down here, come into this section, and it's going to go through an even tighter set of rollers where it's just going to crush it up again. It'll come in here, and we're going to add what we call barley flour, just kind of your standard flour, just because by adding flour into the crushed up barley helps open up more sugars within our mashing stage, and the more sugars we have than the mashing stage, the more alcohol we can go on to make. Coming in there, it's around 28,000 litres at 60 degrees. Warehouse itself. So when we are putting casks up onto the second floor, we'll use the forklift that's outside, and it'll lift it up so far, and it'll be attached onto a cask lift, and it'll lift it up to the second floor. One shot down.
Thank you.
No problem.
It is.
And these ones are both available to buy.
It's nice. You can change those flavors of whiskey.
No.
Oh, Mr. Bruno Haven
Oh
is
my
here.
god, you said one bottle.
How much are you of a whole of you burning your
This is
pockets
the
now?
a Bodenhaven distillery exclusive. It's probably one of the best they have.
Let's taste it.
Blah 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 blah. Taste it at home. And this, guys, we're going to drink tonight.
Oh, are we now?
Yes.
On that rocky boat?
Also,
Oh, dangerous. Have you seen how much she's swelling out there?
With the ship in the mountains, it's really dramatic. Our Dutch flag going like crazy. That's amazing. It's an amazing shot.
You're proud of the Dutch flag, I'm proud of
I was there.
Yeah, me too. What year did you go?
In 2004.
Oh, me too.
With,
Really?
Yeah.
With Fidel Castro.
Yeah. I went there in November, and Fidel Castro said the American dollar is going out of the country. Bye bye. It's an operation of 2 weeks. They put out all the American dollars out of the country.
I dream a lot.
Yeah, I know. You're sure dream a lot.
It's good for
Of the round table. Oh my god.
Oh, this is much better.
So, what are you gonna do?
Thanks for that.
Ta-da! So this is Bodenhaven, 12 years old. It's a cask strength percentage of 60.1%. So you may need a drop of water, maybe a drop of 2. Let's see what the color is. I think this is next level pouring, because I'm not sure if I'm pouring in even glasses with a non-even ship. So, Schlange wa? Prost!
Cheers.
Proost!
Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers, Duke.
Cheers!
It's so nice to drink it here, and when, well, the distillery is over there.
You can't get it better than this.
Yeah. No.
So for today, well, you basically have the day on the island. The plan is to have the lunch ashore, the distilleries, and the dinner ashore. There's a couple of options in Port Ellen. So tomorrow morning we're going to start going around to Craig House, and from Craig House later on at Crinan, which is a really nice place. There's a fisherman's pier up there where we hopefully can tie up. There's a nice hotel, a little bar. I will tell a bit more about Crinan tomorrow as we get there.
If that makes sense.
I'm not sure.
Because if we say interesting in Holland, it's a positive. And if you say interesting,
it's a negative.
It's a negative, right?
That's true. That's true.
So
it's special.
It's a very special.
Ja, maar dit is wel heel lekker.
All depends on the tone.
Ja.
Met een beetje in het midden bezig.
What is this? 25 years old.
You want to see it?
Press it.
Yeah, just press it.
You're 5 then.
Did you just buy the box?
No, I just got it. I said, what a pretty box. I said, oh, you can have it if you like.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Little joint.
It's just this.
And they called it a product that was
definitely firing in spacey notes on the panel. Right. So that is the polar opposite to that one.
Okay, yeah, which was, as you say, quite sweet.
Yeah, and that the distiller's version 43%. This one down here 57.7 as well.
Yeah.
There you go, sir. Enjoy, and there is water there if you want to.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Not a problem. Yeah, so it's the virgin oak going through, so it's quite prickly, peppery, quite hard.
Kan ik die Distillers Exclusive bottle, daar kan ik een monster van krijgen bij de shop. Dus dan krijg ik veel minder.
Okay, and I will go with the spicy margarita.
That's the spiciness kicking in.
Oh wow, okay. There's salt going on, there's spice going on, and then there's whiskey going on. And then I need some water going on.
What's the idea? It's very subtle.
Yeah. I like cherry. The cherry finish. Yeah. Now that's a whiskey. That is good.
Lekker.
Lekker. White smoke, so the Pope.
Yeah,
Something
there's a
like
new
that,
Pope.
yeah.
There's a new Pope in town.
The one here is the one you had as a welcome drum.
But the mayonnaise is excellent. I can really, really recommend it.
It's okay, it's nice.
Pixels zijn ook obvious van de guys.
For the maritime safety information broadcast, stand by on VHF channel 64.
And you're okay with whiskey for breakfast?
This. This.
A delicate manoeuvre.
A delicate manoeuvre, exactly.
10% flour, 20% is the husk, and 70% is the grits from the middle. So, the grits from the middle contain all the enzymes, and that's what's needed to break down the starches in the flour into sugars in the mash tuns. So, Jura water is very soft water, it's pure, it's cold, and it's constant, and that's what we want. It is quite peaty, obviously, because Jura seems to have loads of peatbogs everywhere. You go off the road, you're up to your knees. Can be quite strong.
Oh yeah. Solid.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But this is the first time we've seen the beds of Easter out there.
So out of 24,500 litres, there's only about between 8 and 9,000 litres coming back from each still to be used. And what's left at the bottom is what they call the top field. Exactly the same thing happened because they had to replace all the stilts and far too big to get on our little ferry, so they had to bring them in a barge and bring them up on a crane, take all the roofs off the building. And the roof has only been in there for 8 years or whatever, then there's plenty of lifelines to be had to the wall.
Okay, so this is number one warehouse. So this was the original warehouse that went up with the distillery when it was rebuilt. And as you can see, it's a racking warehouses. So all our warehouses are like this. There's about 8,000 or 9,000 barrels in here. Glasses are there, so
just help yourself to the glass cask. This is a full sherry finish. So if you like your kind of Christmassy fruitcake kind of flavours, then this has got that kind of nice dry fruit, kind of orangey, caramel, coffee notes on it. Really nice, very easy to drink. And somebody was asking about perspective. So this is actually not usually on the tasting, so you're in luck today.
How could you know?
Thank you. Can I try the sherry cask?
Die 60% is natuurlijk wel lekker.
Thank you.
Yes, you're there.
Perfect.
It's much complexer than the whiskey we drink at Jura.
Yeah,
it's more,
absolutely.
more layers.
Yeah, the sherry finish is really coming through.
Yes.
The longer it's on the tongue.
Exactly. So it's more complex and the longer finish. Yeah.
No, I like that a lot. I mean, I love dates. Anyway, I'm quite happy to just sit and eat dates.
It really opens up. You need an extra dram with even a better whiskey.
All day long. Oh really? Yeah, I love sherry. Yeah.
Oh, is that Zou ik voor
Lang zal ze leven, lang zal ze leven, lang zal ze leven in de gloria, in de gloria, in de gloria. Hiep de piep! Hiep de piep! Hiep de piep!
This is just happy birthday in Dutch.
Happy birthday, yeah.
Nice.
I also know it in Finnish.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy birthday. Cheers.
Paljon onnea vaan.
How do you say hip hip hurrah?
What's hip hip hooray in Dutch again?
Hip hop, hip hip, hip the peep.
Hip the peep.
Hip the peep. No, yeah, we got peep. Hip the peep.
No, we don't get it.
Hip the peep.
That's a bird.
Hip the peep. Hooray.
You use it.
Should be a bit more sheltered here than down south. I think for tonight down south, like Port Ellen, where we were this morning, they're forecasting up to 40 knots of wind. It's quite a bit, it's like 8, 9 before. And up here, hopefully only a 5, 6 or something. Wind should come around tonight. We're coming more or less westerly, so I hope that we get even a bit more sheltered later. Anyway, we're snug as a buck here. It's a nice sheltered spot. Crinan is mostly famous because of the Crinan Canal. It starts from here. So at the end of the 19th century, they decided, like normally all the ships coming from the Glasgow area, from the Clyde, they all had to go around the Mull of Kintyre to get to the rest of the west coast, which is quite a treacherous journey. Quite a lot of ships, especially here around the bottom corner of the Mull of Kintyre, sank. So the Crinan Canal, you might have seen, we just sailed past the locks. The sea locks are just over here. There's a second set of locks just behind us, and then it goes on all the way to Loch Gilpad on the other side, in Loch Fyne. Part of it is dug out of the side of the hill. It's quite an engineering feat. If you're interested, you can just walk along the canal. It's quite nice to see. Anyway, that's for today. So we'll be having dinner at 6:30. So you can go for a walk before, go to the pub, whatever. 6:30 you will have dinner. And then tomorrow we're going to leave a bit later. We are going to go north, but also over there is quite a lot of current. With springs it can be up to 6-7 knots. Tomorrow probably 4-5 knots. We will have to catch the tide going north, otherwise we're just pretty much standing still. And from 1 o'clock tomorrow the tide is going north. So probably going to leave 12:30 something.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
It was a nice one.
Nice,
Nice, cozy.
Even
can you describe this cozy? I think it's okay. Yeah. Shall I pour one for you in for your birthday?
Yes.
How about that? Yeah. So you can. But it's the same. Yeah.
Same.
As soon as Sean turns around and goes out after delivering these two deliciousness.
Enjoy, guys. And we've got white chocolate and pistachio and chocolate type thing.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And they are amazing, those white chocolate pistachio.
Oh no, it's alright. Shuffle along, I might call it.
Send me a picture of her breakfast.
And you say, I want to have every morning.
No, she. Goedemorgen. Gun. Je moet, dat leer je vanzelf, dat je eigenlijk soms niet moet slaan. Maar je eigenlijk leer dat jij niet kunnen zien aankomen hoor. Voor jou. Oh, nou, maar dat is wel ingewikkeld verder.
Oban is where we're going to go today, so it's not too far. It's about 20 miles, so we'll be doing today. The wind was supposed to be a bit relatively easterly. It's quite a bit more northeast than it was forecasted. So we're going to get the sails up soon. We'll probably start with the schooner and the staysail. We'll get underway and then we'll see if the wind's right to get the inner jib up as well. But I'm kind of afraid that as soon as we get here, the wind will just start following the land and turn against. So it probably is not going to be too far that we can sail, but we'll see it once we get there. So that's the plan for today. Then if you guys are ready, we're just going to get up the sails, starting with the schooner.
hold the line, yeah?
Yeah.
You take over, Crystal?
I should.
If you want to.
See if you pull straight down. And Peter and Leo are gonna pull back, okay? 1, 2. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. Come on. One more. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, Peter, let go, guys. Keep hold on, please. Secure? Yeah, secure. Yes. Thank you very much. Okay. 2 people with me on the other side for the seat, please. Pull, pull, pull. A little bit more. Okay. Not yet. Thanks, guys. Of course. That's a lot better than it was a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
UTC, Sunday, 20th of April, 2025. Outlook for the following 24 hours. East or southeast, 4 or 5. Decreasing, 3 or 4. Veering south or southeast later. Slight or moderate, becoming slight.
I have a sentence for you.
Ja?
Yeah. Can you read this?
Okay, schon. Wir lappen regels aan onze laars. We lappen.
Ja, we lappen regels
Lappen regels
aan onze laars.
onze laars.
Yeah, we just ignore the rules.
We just ignore the rules.
Yeah.
That's you Dutchies all over, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we've come back. We went away a week ago from here. We've been around whiskey distilleries, and now we're back. Yeah.
Doen we deze even, vanaf die bolder aan de andere kant. Ja.
Micha?
Yes, please.
Not, not so good.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4. Yeah.
Next one. I enjoyed the city a lot.
You want me to get one of these?
You want some fish or don't? There's fish here. Yeah.
To say politely, but
You want red wine?
I think this week we had the dolphins, we had a whale, we had sunshine, it was quite windy yesterday, this morning. We did 7 distilleries. I think we ticked all the boxes, eh? Now we really like to show you the story behind the distilleries as well, the landscape, the people who run it, the communities on the islands. So I hope you get to take a bit of that home as well. And I hope the whiskies will really taste different now you know where they come from, what their background is. That's really what we like to give you with these trips. So I really like to thank you, because at the end of the day, well, you can have everything in a trip, but it's really the group that makes the trip. And you've been quite an enjoyable group. Yeah? Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.